dating back to their days sharing Candlestick Park with the San Francisco Giants. A foghorn followed the 49ers down to Santa Clara and Levon Stadium, where it continues to blare and let the Bay know it is time for some football. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Tennessee Titans and the San Francisco 49ers. Ready to get this game started, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And we're off from Levi Stadium. Julius Chestnut to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. Leading the Mouse, the #1 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft out of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
We talk all the time, Kate, of the NFL at times being a copycat league, and there's no question the success of Penix and Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels and all of their experience they brought to the NFL game was attractive to Tennessee, taking Cam Ward 1-1. This guy has been there and done it and seen it all at the college level. Now he's got to bring that experience and watch it flourish in the NFL.
The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And that effort yields him about 3 yards there. Second down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap now to Ward. Finds him over the middle. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
On the sneak, here's Ward. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Off the play fake, here's Ward. This is a heater going deep. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with though here. It got 2nd down. Wait for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Yeah, this group likes to be aggressive, and early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
The give on 2nd to Pollard. Continuing to move past the 45. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
They have another 1st and 10 on this opening drive. This one from the opposing 40. Now a toss. It's Pollard. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Now Ward's going to hang on to it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. He'll try to do it himself. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 2.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB who wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
First and 10, it's Pollard. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now looking to throw with Ward. He finds Tigger Concord for the grab. And he stops as we get closer to our first point of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
It's a gain of 18. And the Titans, 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Pollard on 1st and goal. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. He gets them 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. The run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. And they scoop it up. Time to push for the line. We did him a solid by recovering that, but not helping them with the yards lost afterwards as this play finally comes to an end.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
They dodged the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 4th and goal. Okay, already a big decision to make on your opening drive, Brock. Is this 4-down territory, or do you take the field goal and be happy to start off with some points?
Well, remember, Kate, and I think we're going to see this all year long. This new kickoff rule is real. You know, that ball now coming out to the 35-yard line, it affects the data and the decision-making. You're going to see more and more teams be aggressive, and I would be. With how well they were eating up yards and first downs, you know that kicker wanted to come out for a PAT, but he'll take a field goal, and he'll take 3.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Here's Robinson with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They're led out by the 4th-year passer out of Iowa State, Brock Purdy.
From Mr. Irrelevant just 3 years ago to one of the highest-paid quarterbacks in the NFL, Brock Purdy has just been the model of competitive grit. And Kate, these 49ers just feed off of it. Is he the most talented? No, but he plays with tremendous heart, and his teammates follow him.
49ers to the line, 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. This is reeled in by Jawan Jennings. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Hits him on the out route. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the gun is Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throw here, 3rd down. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up 4th down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
On 4th down, looks like the 49ers sending out Thomas Morstead now to punt. Fields this at the 19. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Titans offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Tennessee to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Luke Martin making that play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. On the draw, the give to Pollard. He gets a nice chunk, looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Ward now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st down from the 42. Zone read here, a give to Pollard. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Running back sent in motion. Another run here for Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Jair Brown.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Nickel set from the Niners on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. The Titans are leading so far. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's Titans football. They're lining up to punt a little shy of midfield. And that couldn't have hit any better. That took the perfect bounce and went out of bounds at the 1. 2nd drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And they're going to need to go the length of the field to attack that deficit after the punt sets them all the way back to the 1-yard line. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get this up to right around that 13-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm not surprised by that outcome, Kate. You crowd the line defensively by going all out for the safety. You got to be careful you don't wind up giving them an alley, not just to escape the goal line, but for an even bigger chunk of yardage.
There's a dive up the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Martin Hooker with the tackle.
That's not going to show up as a first down gained on the stat sheet, because I don't think they are disappointed with the results. Hey, listen, that's good yardage and a nice change of pace for their ground game.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. McCaffrey running between the tackles. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. It's caught. Pearsall has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. And the 49er first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. It's Purdy. We'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Off the play fake, Purdy. Completes it downfield to Pearsall. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
That's the beauty of mixing up your play calling. Like a great boxer, you never throw the same punch. Throw some unique looks. And that jet sweep, highly effective at moving the chains.
1st and 10 from the 43. A toss snap to Robinson. That one only good for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. It's a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Purdy on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. This one's out to Pearsall on the left side. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Thomas Morstead on the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those true throws. Getting a completion like that, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
I'll try again from the 20 after the incompletion. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Complete out to the right side. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first 2 possessions.
The career's more at stake when you win your prom. That paper, baby, my face on the
49ers to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. One of the tight ends motions right. On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. They kick the running back in motion. 1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That throw comes up short. Needed a little more muscle on that one. Looking for his wide receiver there. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. He is down to the 30-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the 49ers the 1st.
That that right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Purdy setting up that play action. He tucks it and takes off. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Working inside the red zone. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 13. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Now it's Purdy. Brought in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Purdy throwing here. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, well, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Third and goal, Purdy. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
So 4th down is going to bring out Eddie Pinheiro and the 49ers field goal unit for the first time. A very short kick here from the right hash. Pinheiro's kick is good, and it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the 2nd half as well.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Looking to throw. Big gain downfield. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams, who knows when the deciding moment will come. We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Here's Robinson with the return. And he's stopped on the run back at the 27. We'll see the San Francisco offense first this half as they're headed out now. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
This offense is now leaving some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
And the 49ers, first down. 1st and 10 at the
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or 2 ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Motioning the tight end now. From the gun is Purdy. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he takes it down to the 33. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And he's going to be contained after a modest gain to the 31. Stopped by Cedric Gray.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
McCaffrey gets the first and still running. And he did not get in. Finally stopped at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
After such a magnificent run, quick story time. My first NFL start. Ricky Watters does the same thing. Gets the ball inside and near that goal line. And I get in the huddle. Ricky says, give Ricky the ball. Time to give Ricky the ball. You pay off a running back after such a tremendous effort.
Going power with a big tight end. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That's what I call a go-for-broke call right there. Had that one saved up for a specific spot, and it fell just short of getting them the touchdown.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. McCaffrey. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The 49ers take the lead right away in half number 2. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Chestnut on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Tennessee to the line, 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Pollard. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate. And that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Ward's going to throw it. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. Pick up 34 yards on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings them 2nd and 2.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Right back to Pollard. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps these drive moving.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Design quarterback run here. That one gains 7. And the Titans have a 1st.
A 7-yard gain.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Ward off the play fake. That one's complete right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Defense showing blitz here. Ward. And he has the Tennessee touchdown. The Titans start the 2nd half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans tie things 10-10. tying this game up. They're all set to send her away. Here's Sky Moore on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. '49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Play action now with Purdy. Brought in right side. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. Here comes the pressure, and he's going to be dropped by the Titans. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. Thomas Morstead will kick it away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. And again, an interception is dropped. It looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Maybe a little rattled after that near interception. Let's see how he plays this on 3rd and long. Third and long for him here. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. Johnny Hecker, the one to send it away. Escapes a defender. Jukes away from one. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Play action now. Purdy. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. Well, we didn't see either side separate through 3. It's all tied at 10 to begin the fourth. Second and 6 coming up here. They send a tight end in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Fights him over the middle. And he's right near that first down marker as the stop is made at the 48.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
He'll sneak it. And he's going to go down right along midfield strike. That's good for a couple of yards. And that means it'll be first down San Francisco.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on third down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
First down, Purdy to throw. And I'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. On the counter, McCaffrey. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First and 10, around to Robinson. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Working now from the gun. That's brought in by Jennings. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 6-yard gain on the play. And that gives the 49ers the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. So Reed to give to McCaffrey. Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. They stick with McCaffrey. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a 4th-quarter lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point set right down the middle. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7.
17. Titans 10.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Chestnut on the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. First and 10 now from the 30. Tight end in motion left. First and 10 here. Ward. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Still at the 30 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap now to Ward. He finds Helm, right side. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
49ers with an extra defensive back out there for this 3rd down play. Throw here, 3rd down. That one's caught by Jefferson. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans now trail by just a point in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Robinson with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this 2nd half. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. From the gun is Purdy. Dumps it off to his running back. And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Purdy. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, when they come down to a play or two and 3rd downs critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punting unit out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. Can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
From the gun, it's Ward. Going for his back, but it's incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
As we're into the 4th quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he has this down to the 34. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. 49ers going for the win here. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Going run again with McCaffrey. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Here he is to throw. Now he takes it, and he's tackled for no gain. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Looking to throw it. Making the call himself. And they take this in for the score. The 49ers have taken the lead late. Brock Purdy with the touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7.
17.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's Chestnut on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
Titans to the line now. 1st and 10. They give to Pollard from the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. He'll look to throw it. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Pass it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The Titans call their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Now it's second and goal from the 1. Setting up to pass. Pass it in close. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now third and goal.
So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.